you've been watching our videos on YouTube, we have started the demolition at Edgewood. So now we're going to start picking the pretty and making the selection. So I'm going to have you guys follow along as we pick out some of the tile work here at Louisville Tile for Edgewood. Hi, welcome here to Louisville Tile. Jason and I are here making some selections, and we are here with Robin. She's a designer here at Louisville Tile, and she's going to kind of help guide us through and make sure that we select everything for Edgewood.
Woohoo! Let's do it. You got it all figured out?
I'm excited.
They're ready to shoot me down, so let's get going. You want to share kind of our vision for what we're thinking?
Yeah, so we definitely want to keep with the tradition and the history of the house. Jason, of course, wants to go a little bit more modern, but I have to reel him in. So we're thinking lots of whites, some grays, some Carrera, some navies, and we're going to see where this
maybe
takes
mix
us.
it up a little bit with some fun
patterns.
Stuff. Yeah.
And so they've got a great selection here. That's why we love coming here. Lots of beautiful tile. So.
You want to start in the master?
Yes, we've already been here and done a little pre-shopping. So this is my top choice for the flooring.
Yeah.
I love the coloring. I love the pattern.
Are you open to other suggestions at this point, or are you already zeroed in on this one?
I'm always open to other suggestions, but yeah, we'll see.
I know that Gretchen loves this one. And so, I mean, were we thinking about doing the whole floor this way? Were we wanting to do a rug inset? Or, and then we'd mentioned last time about maybe running into the closet or maybe not.
Right.
So,
yeah, I think we can kind of just shop around and see what our options are.
Okay.
I definitely want this on the floor. I don't know if it's just as a rug or if the entire floor is like that. What are your thoughts?
I think I'd prefer the whole, at least the master bath area to be this.
I agree.
Rugs can be cool, but I don't know if we'll have the space for it.
Right.
Since we are retrofitting that master bath, not everything is square and clean cut as normally would be.
Yes,
so maybe this goes in the whole master floor, and then we can keep something simpler in the other areas.
Right. Okay.
Which would be the shower area. So maybe we're thinking some subway and differently. Subway.
What's that look? What is that look?
Well, so the shower's got this big, we're going to do a big open piece of glass behind the master tub.
Okay.
And there's a big focal wall behind the shower.
Okay.
But we're thinking about putting like brass bars instead of the cool black steel kind of window.
Okay.
We're thinking about putting brass.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you'd see it as much, but I still want it to be a focal point.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we'll go pull some options now.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's look at some options.
So this will be our main floor.
Okay.
Are we thinking about running this into the shower floor or switching to like a hexagon, or are we switching to something else like out of one of these stones?
I probably would switch to something smaller. I definitely like to go smaller with the grout line in the shower. And just from a cost standpoint, I know this is...
Is there a disadvantage to using this on the shower floor?
No, there's not. I mean, sometimes people just like to run the same thing through so you don't have that visual break, and it just makes your floor seem larger. But I mean, no, there's not the cost. That would be the disadvantage, is the budget.
And by the way, I'm the one who's definitely budget sensitive out of us too.
Yes.
Well, if you guys remember on some previous episodes, that whole master floor we had to reframe because it was sagging. So maybe there's an opportunity, if we did run this through the floor, we could sink the shower floor down and have it flush.
Right.
Since the master is on the second floor.
Right.
But it's not a must, so let's just look at some options.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
Right.
Okay, so we've got like our basic whites here. We have this white with like a little bit of a gray edge to it.
Yeah, that's great.
Is that smooth or is that?
It's smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, both these are smooth.
And if the scale's too small, it comes in a 4x8 too, so it comes in a larger size if we need a larger size.
Great.
So we have that. Let's see.
Do you like the edge being different?
Maybe.
So do you grout that? What color?
So I would think you would pick up like a whisper or something and grout it so the gray, so that really just shines.
And then we have a beveled subway.
Yeah, beveled's always fun.
And
Okay.
that comes larger.
Then
too.
what do we have larger?
Yeah.
I think we were kind of originally maybe thinking like a larger.
So we have a 4x16.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's the beveled in a 4x12.
That's cool. I like the longer. It gives it a little more modern maybe look.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have these ones that look more like a pottery, but I don't think that's not clean enough probably.
No,
Yeah.
I like the cleanness of this.
What else? And then I can get them in a 6x12.
That's
12 by
great.
12 by 14. I mean, 12 by 24 is probably getting too big.
Yeah.
What do you think? I mean,
I
it's too
think I
modern.
like, what size is this one again?
4 by 16.
Okay.
Mhm.
The only worry for me with this one is that going to look like the grout is smeared over on the tile.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. So let's just
I
pull
think we keep it.
2 classic options over and kind of.
Okay, so
Top
if
it
we
through.
wanted to put that maybe on the sides, is there an option if we want to do a feature wall in the back of the shower? Because that is, I'll pull up the
Right.
floor plan in a minute, but that back wall is going to be the predominant view,
Right.
maybe.
I guess my only thought is if we are doing the glass with the window pane in the brass, I don't want it to get too busy.
Me
'Cause
either.
to me, that is the feature, is
Right.
having that glass with
Yeah.
the brass window pane. That I don't want anything
So would you
that's
then
gonna
just run
compete.
that all across?
I think so.
Can you do that on a different pattern on the back wall?
Well, that's what I
Or-
was thinking. You could switch to herringbone, or you could switch to. I just don't know if you need the pattern. That floor is going to make a lot of impact.
Yes, I think
And
so.
just.
You're not going to make me start crying.
I'm sorry. I'm just giving you an honest opinion. I mean, you don't want me to lie to you, do you?
Yes, I do. Tell me what I want to hear.
No.
Yeah.
Gretchen's the boss. But I truly believe it. So, I mean, yeah, that floor is just gonna.
So just keep the shower neutral.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I mean, I
And-
think so too. I feel like the tub is sitting in front of that glass,
Yeah.
and then so
Okay.
you'll have the feature of the faucet and the tub, and then that pane window.
I might be able to live with that. And I may not have a choice, but okay. What were you saying with the smaller one?
Oh, well, I mean, you could use this on that back wall and put it in a herringbone pattern.
Mhm.
You could do that. Or even those, depending, but how much space do you have after you take that window out? Is the window actually in the shower?
So the tub sits in front of the full window.
Oh,
in
that
the
window,
shower.
that's what you're talking about. So
Yes,
there's,
yeah.
okay, but the whole back wall is just a solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you could switch it up, but we
Okay.
could maybe if you want a little accent, maybe we could bring a gold liner or something to pull the gold back through, or even a piece of Carrera, or something
Yeah.
like that, just like a chair rail molding, or I don't know, something. But
Okay.
I don't think you need it.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's take this
Yeah,
back. Look at
all
the
right.
floor. So, I guess until we decide on what that shower accent wall is or isn't, let's talk about what the shower floor will be. So typically, you want your shower floors to have a tight grout line because that is good for, you don't want to slip on your shower floor, so you don't want big pieces of tile. So usually I love a hex, and I think any of these would work. I'm probably more drawn to the lighter
too.
color.
that one looks heavy.
Yeah.
Take that out.
So Jason, what's your opinion about shower floor? Any of these speaking to you? Or they all look the same, just,
No, I think that one's too gray. I'll go with
This one?
Yeah.
okay. So decision made on shower floor.
What'd you decide on the walls? I know we're talking
haven't.
this one, but would you lay it subway? If you go, is that too modern if you laid them like that on the wall? Or
I think it is for this house, and I think,
For this room, for sure.
yeah, I mean, again, this house was built in 1850s, and I think we're trying to make it, make choices that are timeless along with this house. So
Yeah.
I love the idea, and we have used that in several homes that we have designed.
Yeah.
But for me, I think it just is going to make sense to do a subway. And I think what modernizes it is having the longer tiles.
And what color grout? Just a gray grout?
Just gray grout, yeah.
So that'll give you a little accent, just having that grout joint defined will give you a little bit of something.
Okay.
All right,
So
Alright.
to be continued maybe on the accent wall.
So I'm good with this on the side walls, that on the floor, that on the master floor. So, all right.
Stay tuned and see what actually gets installed. Now that we've just about figured out the master, just
Yeah.
a few little details I think for Jason and I to talk talk about.
Jason to accept. All right, but go ahead.
We also have a guest bathroom, which we are remodeling. So I think in the floor, if we went this route, I'm also looking at the smaller, just because I think you can have more fun with creating and designing your own pattern or little flowers or stripes. I think it's probably easier with the smaller. So these are kind of the options that we're playing around with, and maybe I'll take samples home if it's okay with Robin.
All right, so we've got the floor maybe figured out, penny of some sort. So, talk about the shower walls.
Yeah, so this is where I think we could just have a little bit of fun. I think we keep it simple subway, but maybe add just a band of a gold accent. Just a real simple band, and we can either do it every fourth tile or one band, make it thick. So I think I would love to just incorporate just a little something
one
special.
thick band, just because Robin was telling me as you were gone, this one is a little more expensive than that one. So
Right, which is why you love this one more than this one.
But being that it's a guest bathroom and the
Yes.
only way you see it is coming through the bedroom, this is not a place where I want to spend a lot of money.
Right.
So I think if we do one band with a simple subway, I think that dresses it up, and I'm okay with that, actually.
Okay, I think that would be good. So we'll price that option out and
Okay.
see where it is and sketch something up. And
All right, so maybe one area that I was thinking about, if we're done with this, I know we got some other stuff, but in the kitchen, I would like to have fun with some tile. We've got a cool butler's pantry that's
Right.
like an oversized butler
Yeah.
pantry, and it's its own separate space.
Right.
So I thought that could be a good spot to mix it up a little bit.
funny you mentioned that, because I've been just dreaming up this fun pattern and have
Uh-oh.
Robin order in some tiles. So do you want to
Uh-oh.
lay it out and see what it looks like?
Sure.
All right.
So you're game for it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we had ordered these in per Gretchen's request.
I'm so excited about
Oh
this.
boy. And I'm gonna have to pull up my pattern so I remember how
Oh,
to
pattern.
do
All
it.
right. I was like, what is this?
Okay.
This is for the floor. Were you thinking the backsplash or are you
No,
talking
the
about the
floor.
floor? Okay,
And
cool, cool,
and
cool.
the-
All right.
So we have this cool butler's pantry, which we're keeping intact, and we're gonna paint the cabinets. I think we decided navy, right? So pull our navy samples.
And maybe even high gloss, maybe potentially.
Yes, yeah. So we're
That would be
thinking like a higher gloss navy in the kitchen.
How many colors you got going in this,
So
Gretchen?
right now we have three
Create the
shades.
pattern. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let
So
me
we
go
have a darker blue, a lighter blue, and a white.
Okay. Is this like a Rubik's Cube?
Yes,
It is. It's
The tile guys are gonna love me.
no. And you're thinking about doing it straight, correct?
Yes.
You're not gonna do a.
I think we are.
Can you do it on an angle?
I think
Always
it loses
pushing-
its preppiness that
Yeah.
way.
All right.
Yeah.
Preppiness. Oh, I like
Yes.
that.
That's
All
my
right.
HGTV
Yes.
word.
So you guys kind of get the feel.
So
what
kind
we're
of
going
like,
for?
see, so like something like that,
Okay.
but using the a different color
the,
scheme.
the blues.
Right.
So basically a plaid floor
Okay.
in the butler's pantry.
So where does that not go? You have
Then we
more.
start it again.
It looks like you have like 4 corners with something going in between. All of them. Yeah.
So I think I laid that properly,
Mm-hmm.
just to give you a feel.
All right.
So then the cabinets are dark
Picked up
navy. The countertops would be light.
Well, that was easy. I was thinking like a cement tile, but I kind of like that better.
I love cement tile, but I just feel like this is fun, and I think, like, again, plaid is just always fun, and it never goes out of style. It ebbs and flows with
Yeah.
design, so I think I could totally have seen something like this in this house 100 years ago.
Right.
Preppy it is. Let's do it.
All right.
Order it up, Miss Robin.
So I think we made some headway and made some great selections today. So we want to thank Robin here from Louisville Tile for helping us. And if you guys want to continue to follow along, you can follow me at Gretchen Black on Instagram. You can follow Jason at Artisan Signature Homes on Instagram. And you can follow our YouTube channel, which is Building a Better South.
And if you like what you see and want to be the first to know of new episodes, hit subscribe. And then also leave us some comments or give us some feedback. If you want to see more behind the scenes stuff or what you want to see, let us know. Join in next week. We're going over to look at cabinetry and talk about the kitchen.